Good afternoon, everybody. This is Nightshade 3D once again. And this time, I'm not doing a Let's Play, I'm doing a non-tool assisted speedrun of Super Mario Bros. 2, the Super Mario All-Star version. And this has been a few months in the making. I'd like to say I've been practicing this on and on for about 8 months now. And there's no in particular reason why I chose to do the All-Star version. It's mostly because at first I started practicing with the Super Mario All-Star version. And I was too far into it to actually switch to the regular NES version. And that's pretty much the reason why I picked this version in particular, and right here I mess up a little bit. There's a lot of mistakes, but that's what a non-tool assisted speedrun is all about. You're using just pure skill and maybe a little luck. I mostly use Toad for the most part. I used Luigi twice and the Princess once. And I managed not to die throughout this speedrun. This is about my 5th recording for today anyway. I've practiced this many times, like I said, over the past 8 months I've been practicing this. This first level isn't riddled with mistakes like the later levels, but overall I'd say it's pretty impressive. I've been concentrating on doing this off and on, and this morning I just got the urge to go ahead and try to finish it. And it's one of the first runs I did without actually dying. I would practice segments using save states just to practice. This part right here is easier than it looks, believe me. This is one of the stages where I don't use Toad, I use Luigi, and I super jump here to get to the very top to save a lot of time. There's only one instance. Like I said, I use the princess in one instance, mostly because it's way easier to just fly to the level with her. And I mess up here at the beginning against this boss. I use a Toad mostly a lot because he's very quick when his speed increases whenever you pick something up, obviously. If you didn't know that, well, that's the way it goes. Everyone's got their own pickup speeds and running speeds holding an item, and Luigi's one of the slowest, unfortunately. The Princess is the slowest of them all. Like here I'm using Toad again in World 1-3. Like I said before, I've been practicing this off and on for the past 8 or 9 months, and finally I just got around to it. And right here, I jump from here because, for whatever reason, that log never spawns. In every run I've done, when I'm going this fast throughout this level, that second log never spawns, and I'll end up dying if I don't jump early. And from here I warp to World 4-1, I'm sorry. And I use Toad again, of course, to zip through the level. The thing I gotta remember here is to always jump at the beginning, because if you just try to run right off the bat, the ice will give you a slower startup. Like I said, Toad, he runs significantly faster while carrying something, so he's an optimal speedrunning character to choose throughout this game. And Luigi's a good one, just simply because he jumps very high, and his super jump is pretty much doubled or whatever the other characters, or even quadrupled, I think. Well, whatever. Probably doubled. And I mess up a little bit here. Say I missed the jump, and I throw the Shy Guy at that I don't know, Shy Guy in a wheelchair, because I was being a weenie, and I panicked and just threw it at him and kept going throughout the stage. I'm gonna try to give the mindset of what I chose to do and why I chose to do it a certain way. Here with the Princess, I could do this first part with Toad, the dodging the sniffets or whatever they're called, but the second part I could not do with Toad for the life of me very fast. I'd have to take my time, and since it's a speedrun, the Princess is the fastest way to do it for me without, using tools or anything, which is like a professional tool-assisted speedrun would play the game frame by frame without making any mistakes and using save states, and I don't use save states in this. It's just a straight run through, using nothing but skill and my memory. And like I said, overall I think it came out really good. There's a lot of mistakes that I could polish up, but I think no matter even if doing a complete run through, no matter what I do, I would just make mistakes left and right. Whether I'd be, not into it or just nervous or whatever have you. This part in particular is a lot of precision jumping with Toad. I could have, taken the easy route and used the princess like right here. I messed up real bad, but I just kept on going. and just a lot of precision jumping. And right here, I pick up the potion mostly because at this part in particular, I always get hit. I mean, I can avoid him, but I'll just end up wasting time, so I just take a hit and get this mushroom right here because the bitch at the end usually ends up hitting me or killing me if I don't get that mushroom. I'm just basically covering my tracks as I do this from practicing, and right here I get the key. And this is me trying to throw the Shy Guys off so they won't get to me, and I can just go straight down without having to worry about it. From here, get the key and go up, avoiding the Shy Guys. I messed up a little bit there, but that's okay. And at this moment right here, I sort of panic and throw the key to get the Phantos off of me, and I almost end up getting hit. But I make it to the exit, of course, to fight the Birdo. And I mess up a little bit here as well. I could have just ended it really quick, but I messed up, and, well, I got hit. The thing about this game, whenever you're picking up something, you get a few frames of invincibility. But since Toad picks up items so fast that those frames are very few in between, with a character like Luigi, you'll have a lot more frames to work with. When, like later on, I use Luigi again, and I end up going through a fireball from picking something up. And right here, I'm just playing around, trying to make this somewhat entertaining, make him dance to the music. But a while ago, when I was at the ledge, I jumped to the corner. I got to the ledge and jumped to the right a bit to make the bird pop. That's the only way you can get him to show up from the left. And here I'm just dodging birds, of course. If you can't tell by now, I'm commentating over this after I played the game. Right there, I mistimed the jump. I kind of jumped too early. And this battle in particular went more smoothly than I thought it would, because I have trouble with this one in particular for whatever reason, and for no reason at all I just get hit, but I already beat her, so I just kept on going. I was like, screw it. A little mistake like that isn't worth doing the whole speed run over again.